Welcome to the Young and Jack, but mostly young travel show in Daytona Beach. Daytona is a pretty great place to visit if you're too poor for the theme parks or Miami.
The beach here in Daytona Beach is what Daytona Beach is named after. Usually, there's a bunch of drunk and asleep people around, but that doesn't seem to be the case today. One pretty neat fact is that there are more grains of sand on this beach than there are beaches in all of Daytona. Anyways, some tour guides will claim that Daytona Beach is the most famous beach in the world. Why? Back in the early 19-whatever, people would use the long, flat beach for fast driving in cars. A couple world records were set, and modern auto racing was born. Some railroad farmer broke 92 miles per hour back in 1904, but the record was up to 277 miles per hour in 1935. However, today you can only drive about 10 miles per hour before getting pulled over by the beach police. So where does the auto racing happen now?
Gotcha! A couple of big events happen here annually, like the Daytona 500, the Bad Tasting Coke 400, and 24 Hours of Daytona. And every time that happens, International Speedway Boulevard is a complete oxymoron because the place turns into a damn parking lot. The Daytona International Speedway in Daytona is probably the biggest NASCAR racetrack in the history of NASCAR, possibly ever. As a town devoid of actual culture, the majority of mainland Daytona stuff revolves around the speedway and auto racing. This is the largest attraction in the Daytona Beach area, both in terms of prowess, physical size, and average fan size. However, none of this compares to Daytona's week-long traffic jam, the Great American Organ Donor Assembly.
Bike Week and Biketoberfest are huge events in Daytona. Motorcyclists from all over the country gather here in a coordinated effort to cut off the locals in traffic. While it's a huge part of the Daytona Beach economy along with the auto races, Daytona has a ton of other draws. There are 3 large colleges and universities in a small span of a couple miles, 5 mini-golf places on the same street, and even a mediocre water park. But all of this tourist stirring might make you hungry, and nothing satisfies hunger quite like food.
We're at the 3rd best restaurant in the Daytona Beach area, Chick-fil-A. This local gourmet chicken sandwich diner is pretty solid, but it doesn't hold a nugget to our number 2 pick.
Number 2 is basically a better version of number 3, so there's not really much reason to go to the other Chick-fil-A.
Okay, so now that we've showed you the top 2 restaurants in the Daytona Beach area, it's time to go to the number 1 best restaurant in Daytona Beach.
So we were going to have a comparison of all the different foods you could get at all these 3 restaurants, but it's Sunday. And guess which stupid restaurant is closed on Sunday?
Another great thing about Daytona Beach is
To prove why Daytona Beach is the best possible tourist destination, let's compare it to Bora Bora, a popular island in the middle of nowhere. Bora Bora is a total failure of modern technology. Its Wi-Fi is very, very slow. On the other hand, Daytona Beach has gigabit fiber through AT&T. Daytona Beach also has hospitals, a police force, fire trucks, and clean water. Bora Bora isn't even a first world country. Daytona Beach also has 3 homeless shelters, so you don't even need a hotel. Bora Bora, 0. As you can see, Daytona Beach is a pretty alright place to take a vacation. So you're thinking, what's the best thing to do in Daytona as soon as I arrive? Leave.